Hey guys, welcome to the part 2 of cutting substring from text tutorial. In the last lecture, we tried to return the email provider for each of the email address in the data set, but we found out that the email provider was wrongly returned after using the mid function. So now today I'm going to show you how to properly return the email provider for each of the email address in this data set. So I'm going to introduce you to some new function. The functions are the length and the find function. The length return the number of characters in a particular text string. So for us to return the number of characters in this a.reina@gmail.com, you simply use the length function, select the cell and close your bracket and hit enter. So now the total number of characters in this a.reina@gmail.com is 18. So to do same for the remaining email address, you just double click, just return it. Then for us to find a particular character in this data set or in this email address, let's take for example now we want to find the position of the @ in Gmail in this email, because all the email in this data set has an @. So now we need to know the position of the @. So for us to know it, we use the find function. Find, then we select, we impute the find text, which is the @ we are looking for, the position of @ that we are looking for. Then you select the email, the text that you are looking for, @ from. Then you say, after selecting it, then you close your bracket, then hit enter. You see, @ is at position 9 in this a.reina@gmail.com. So now for us to know the position of @ in each of the email address, we simply copy the formula down by double clicking it. You see that @ appear in different positions in this data set. Reason why we are having wrong email, why we return wrong email address in when we try to calculate the email provider the other time. So we've gotten the position of the @ in each of the email address. Now let's look for the starting point, because you know when we type in the mid function the other time, what it requires for, it asks for the text, then the starting number and the number of character that we want to return. So now we want to see the starting point. We want to return the starting point, and the starting point is immediately after the @. That is when you see the email provider. So in each of the email address that is here, it is always immediately after the @ that you see the email provider. So now for us to do that, we simply use the find function. Find, then the text that we are looking for, since it is immediately after the @, we put @ then comma, then the email address, close bracket, +1, because it is immediately after it. The text after the @ is the email provider. So we add 1 to it and hit enter. So now the email provider starts counting from what? From where? 10 in this particular case, immediately after the @. So for us to get the starting point for the remaining email address, you double click. So for us to get the number of character of each email provider in this case, now we are able to get the starting point, we are able to get the position of the @. We are also able to get the total length of each email address. So for us to get the number of email provider, the number of character of each email provider, we simply use length. And if you look at the data set here, the email address, each email address has .com. There is .com in all the email address. So now what we are going to do is that we are going to first of all find the total length of the email address. We get the total length of the email address and select the number of .com that is present. We select .com, and if you count .com, it's just about 4 characters. We select 4 minus the starting minus the position, the number of character before the starting point, which is from A to the @ sign. And @ is at it's just about 9 characters. We've already calculated it here before because @ is at position 9. So what we'll do, we just use find, simply find @ then we select the test string, which is still this, then I hit enter. So now the number of characters, the total number of email provider, the total number of characters in this email, in this a.reina@gmail.com is 5. And if you count it, you see that it is 5. Gmail is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are able to do for this particular one. Then what about Yahoo? What about Live? So now for all to do for the remaining one, we simply copy the formula down. You see that sum is just about 4 length. Like in this case now, Live is 4 length. I think Yahoo is about, Yahoo is 5 also. So for us to correctly return the email provider, now we use the mid function. We use the mid function. So now we select the text. This is it. Now select the starting number. This is the starting number. Select number of character that we want to return. This is the number of character we want to return. Close your bracket, hit enter. See, Gmail has been correctly returned from here. Then for the remaining one, simply hit. You see, Yahoo has been correctly returned. Live has been correctly returned. So that is how you extract the email provider from an email address. Thanks for your time. Hope to see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.